Here it is, 82 pages of facts and figures for anybody who likes modelling the economy post-Brexit. And there are a range of scenarios here, going from the hardest of no deals, in which we have extremely hard restrictions on EU workers coming into the country, and that is at its worst north of a 10% hit on long-term growth. Now, what are we talking about here is a 15-year horizon of how the economy grows. And what it's saying is that the worst prediction is that the economy would be 10.6% smaller at the end of that 15-year period than it would otherwise have been. The most optimistic is that it would end up only being 0.6% smaller. And that is if you assume the continuation of tariff-free access to Europe and movement of European workers. So there are a great range here. The most optimistic were based largely on the white paper that the government put forward back in July. Well, the one thing, though, that this document doesn't really do, frankly, is take into account recent events. Even if you look at the Chequers model, it's quite hard to sort of work out exactly what would be the economic impact of that. And if you look at the withdrawal agreement that Mrs May is, of course, trying to push through the Commons now, well, that isn't in here at all. So if you extrapolate, I think you come to somewhere around between 2.5% and 3.9% hit on the economy under the terms of that withdrawal agreement at the end of the 15-year period. As you said, disparities about which industries are really hit: pharmaceuticals and automotive under the terms of a no-deal Brexit, both reducing in size by more than 20%. Interestingly, if you model the most optimistic one, they actually stay exactly the same size. There is, in fact, one industry, networks, electricity, that would grow just a little bit under the terms of that kind of Brexit. But the critics are going to say, well, these numbers are outdated. As you rightly said, Faisal, people will already say that this is part of Project Fear. Others will say that this is further proof of the economic damage that the country faces, particularly if it were to go down the road of a no-deal Brexit.